The San Diego International Auto Show is kicking off on December 28th. We have Scott Webb here to tell us a little bit more about that. We've got some awesome McLarens behind us here. I'm going to be test driving one of these bad boys here in a little bit. I'm super excited about this. I'm actually just super excited about this auto show. We went a couple years ago, brought the whole family there. It was a great memory, and that's what it's all about, going out there and checking out these cars, right?
It is, yeah. The auto show is all about a family experience, learning about new cars, making sure that you pick the right one, right? We've got about 25 brands this year. The sort of the theme this year is more, bigger, better, right?
I love that.
More brands, we've got more test drives, we've got an expanded EV test track, we've got brands new to the show like McLaren, we've got brands returning to the show like Acura and Lincoln. It's really a fantastic experience for someone looking for a new car, someone interested in learning about EVs, or even for someone looking for a family experience. Like on Sunday, we have Family Day, where kids 12 and under are free.
Awesome. Where people can go to get ticket information, website?
So information about the show and tickets can be found on sdautoshow.com. And in fact, that's the only place to buy tickets this year.
Awesome. So EVs are a big deal here in San Diego. What were you telling me earlier? 1 in 4 cars are EVs here in San Diego County?
About the third quarter this year, about 1 in 4 cars were EVs. Last year, we sold more EVs in San Diego County than in 44 states.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. So you guys are dedicating a big portion of the convention center to EVs and EV sales, and there's going to be a lot of EV cars on display there?
There is, yeah. So we've got a separate area called Electric Avenue, where some brands that aren't in the show otherwise will actually have some EVs. We expect to have some cars from Genesis, for example. Lucid will have a car on display. I believe even Subaru will have their EV on display there. Brands that are in the show, Hyundai, Chevrolet, Ford, Toyota, may also have some EVs there. We've got an EV test track with 6 brands there. We've got Ford, Toyota, Cadillac, Nissan, and Chevrolet will be on that test track. They'll have cars where you could ride around, get a thrilling EV experience, really understand what EVs are about.
Right.
We'll even have EVs for actual test drives on the street. So
oh, wow.
Lucid, Chevrolet, Fiat, Kia, Volkswagen, you know, the new ID Buzz, the new
Yeah,
bus?
yeah.
You'll actually be able to get behind the wheel, I think maybe for the first time in an auto show.
Is that right?
And actually drive the ID Buzz on San Diego streets.
So people that are in the market for a new car, you got to head here to this wonderful event that you guys are going to have, because you're going to walk away learning about some vehicles, and there's some international vehicles that people have probably never even seen before, right?
Well, there are. There's no better place to really compare and discover new cars.
Yeah.
We find that like just about half the people that come to this show actually add a brand or a car to their consideration list that they really weren't considering before.
Interesting.
So it really is the place to discover new vehicles and walk away with something that you really hadn't expected to really consider before.
Anything else that's new or different this year that you guys want to pass along before I hop into one of these McLarens and talk to Tony?
We've got all kinds of interesting things. We've got the Corvette Club coming back.
Oh,
We're
nice.
going to have a really neat exhibit.
The Corvettes are looking really cool these days.
They are really fun.
Yeah.
We've got a couple in the Chevrolet exhibit, and the Corvette Club will be right next to them. We've got some other cool classic cars and motorcycles.
Nice.
Just all kinds of interesting and new fun
You
stuff.
bet.
Come on down.
Yeah, spend all day there. Spend a couple days there. 5 days this is going to run.
5 days this year. We open
about
on
that?
Saturday the 28th, and we go all the way through New Year's Day.
Awesome. Sounds good, Scott. Thank you. Hey, Tony Morales with McLaren is in the house outside here. Tony, how are you? You brought us some beauties.
Yes,
nice to see you.
Cars. Good to see you as well.
Now you're with, what's the organization that you're with?
So it's Ogara Coach, which is also McLaren of San Diego.
Okay.
We are in La Jolla. We have cars available. Come on down and take a drive. I'll take one home.
How did you choose these two teal beauties here that we've got here, and what type of McLaren are these?
So these are McLaren Artura Spiders. They're 2025s. The color is called. Now I'm having.
It's way more fancy than teal, which is what I came up. I can guarantee you that. But I'm telling you, it's got a really nice color to it, shine to it. The rims are a little different on each of these vehicles. We've got the sunroof up on one and the sunroof down on the other, and then we've got the wing doors, right?
Yeah. So they're dihedral doors. The color's called Tokyo Cyan. The wheels actually are the same wheels, 2 different finishes. One's all black and one is part polished.
Okay, cool.
Fun cars. They're 700 horsepower supercars that are attainable.
Yeah.
It's the most fun you can have in a car legally.
That's awesome. How many McLarens do you guys have at the location in La Jolla, and how many models are there now?
So there are 3 current models. There's the GT, the Artura Spider, so 2 models there. Then there's the 750 Spider and Coupe.
Nice.
So 5 cars, 3 different models. We have all of them available in the showroom. I think I probably have about 15, 20 cars.
Wow.
That are available.
Can I hop into the Arturo?
Yeah,
okay, why don't you get in on the other side and we'll talk a little bit more about some of the success McLaren has been having. And these, when I say success, I'm talking about the drivers that know how to really drive these things, right? Let's talk about F1 and the success.
So the first time in 26 years, McLaren has won the Constructors title.
Wow.
We are the best in the world. We make the best car, we make the fastest car, we have the best drivers and the fastest drivers, and that translates to the in-car experience.
How many people can say that they work for one of the best cars in the world or the best car in the world? That's a coveted title. That's pretty special.
It is pretty special. There are 20 cars on the grid, and we build the best.
That is awesome.
And to say that, the best of the best.
The best of the best. I'm sitting in what feels like the best of the best right now. Even just the steering wheel, there's something luxurious about this, and the interior. Can you walk us through what we're seeing and what I'm feeling in the car here? It is comfortable.
Sure, the car fits like a glove. You've got full Alcantara suede interior.
Wow.
The steering wheel in this particular car is wrapped in Alcantara. Great feel.
Yeah, it
tactile.
does. Very nice.
It's very luxurious. What you don't see are plastics.
Oh yeah, I don't see anything. All of this is
Leather,
nice. Yeah,
suede,
you're right.
All very high quality materials. Everything that you touch or see is high quality. Dark brushed aluminum.
Yeah, it's nice.
There are no plastics. There's nothing cheap in these cars.
No, I wouldn't know. Well, that's because they're what 275 to 350.
Exactly. They start off at around 275, and they top out. These cars top out around 4, but most of them are going to be 350 or less.
And with that, you can basically, I can come up to you, Tony, and be like, I want X, Y, and Z in my car. I want the trim to be a certain color. I want my initials on this thing. You can do whatever you want, right?
What's better is that there are a lot of letters in between X, Y, and Z
that
you don't even know exist.
There's a lot of custom options,
so
right?
Literally, we can sit down and I can make this a different
Is
color
that
and
right?
the stitch a different color.
Everything that you want.
We can get down to as far as developing new colors and interior textures, feels, colors, all that fun stuff.
I am assuming you see some some big names that maybe pop in there, La Jolla, and pick some of these up, some famous people of it. You don't have to give us any names, but
do.
Yeah, you see some high rollers rolling in there?
You definitely see them, but you'd be surprised. It's a lot of people that you would see at the mall or at a restaurant that you don't know would be wealthy.
A McLaren driver.
And they're McLaren drivers, and the best thing about McLaren owners is they're normal people. They'll always stop and talk to you about their cars. I've got one client that everywhere we go, kids walk up, they want to get in the car, he throws them the keys, they get in the car,
is that
start
right?
the car. It's a very small, tight-knit community, and everyone's excited about being brand ambassadors.
Sure.
All of the owners are excited about being in the cars and kind of passing that experience on, and that's really the ethos of the supercar ownership experience is to be able to share that.
That's cool.
It's not just, hey, I'm wealthy, I have money, I can go have this. It's, yeah, sure, I'm wealthy and I have money and I get to go drive this, but I want to share that excitement with you.
Well, I know my 3 kids would not fit in the back of this car. They may have to be one at a time taking them for a ride.
But every now and then you and the wife have to go out and
Thank you. Yes, for the reminder. That's right. Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. Let's fire this puppy up.
We can do that.
Should we do that? Okay. So you walk me through a little bit how to do this, and right now we're in neutral. So I need to put this on, and then I need to get into drive. This one first. Okay, hold that puppy down. By the way, I could maybe pick my own color of this if I wanted to, right? And drive.
Actually, so foot on the brake all the way.
Okay.
And drive.
Okay.
Start.
Okay. It's saying you do not qualify for this car. How dare you be sitting in here? There we go. I love how this is a hybrid, right?
It is a hybrid. So right now, it starts in electric.
Okay.
You've got roughly 21 miles, all electric. So the car's running right now.
Nice.
You hear kind of that hum.
Yeah.
But you don't hear engine noise. Now, if you go ahead and hit that rocker switch.
Okay, this is going to change things a little bit. Ooh.
So now you have access to all 700 horsepower, 2.9 liter twin turbo V6.
That sounds pretty.
It sounds like a lot of fun, and it is.
That sounds nice. Okay, so then what do we have to do with the doors? If I'm going to try taking this thing for a ride here.
Grab the door handle right there.
Okay. Just bring this down.
Just pull down. It's a lot lighter than you would think.
That actually is pretty smooth.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, nice.
So then all you're gonna do, foot's on the brake,
Yep.
put the car in drive.
And by put the car, you mean you just
push
press
the-
that button.
Yep, push the drive
Oh,
button.
wow.
Parking brake above your
Parking
left
brake, this one right here. Pull it up,
knee. Push it down.
push down.
Parking brake's off, and you're ready to go.
Wish me luck, everybody. My first and probably last time driving a McLaren. Tony, are you sure you want to do this?
Let's do it.
Do I have to sign any waivers or
Nah,
anything?
we're good.
Here we go. This is so smooth, Tony. Oh my gosh.
So one of the things you'll notice as we get going is
Yeah.
that the suspension is very supple.
Yeah.
You can feel the road, but there's no crashing, jarring, bouncing. It's very smooth.
It feels like my bed at home, like on wheels. It's just,
Absolutely.
it's like there's no bounce. It's just like you could just chill out in here.
Your bed at home goes 205 miles an hour.
I know, and it's not 275 either. I'm just saying how comfortable it is, and I don't feel anything. I don't feel anything.
No.
Okay, we're gonna go over a speed bump. See how it goes. Oh wow.
The idea
Wow.
is that it's approachable.
Yeah.
It's something that anybody can drive, but it's the supercar experience.
The supercar experience. Wow, this is something else. What is the most expensive McLaren that anyone has ever put together, or at least in the La Jolla spot? Because you said they can go up to 400. What does it take to soup that up?
So this car can go up to 400. The 750 goes up to just over 500.
Is that right?
We've got a car coming out called the W1 that's going to be north of 2 million.
Wow.
The original P1, those cars are trading still multi-million dollar.
Is that
cars.
right? Wow.
And the original F1 is just a crazy amount of money.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
cars do phenomenally well as investments.
Sure.
But really, they're great to actually drive.
And this F1 that won the championship,
Is not available for you and I.
and it shouldn't be because yeah, that would be dangerous, I think. But those are expensive. I mean, there's a lot of money that goes into that, and there's a team that builds those, right?
There's a ton of money that goes into it. I don't know exactly what goes into as far as cost, but I know that there's an entire division that all they do is develop race cars and make them faster.
Wow, that is impressive. So this does not have regenerative braking, where some people might have that experience with their Tesla, where it feels a little more like a golf cart. This is just smooth. You take it off, it's still going to glide.
Absolutely. Hydraulic braking, hydraulic steering. It doesn't give you any different experience than a typical car in terms of its operation. Whereas, as you said, cars like Teslas and the other EVs, you lift off the brake and it feels like the car like halts.
Sure.
It's
Yes.
got regenerative
I've
braking.
gone through that. I've experienced that.
It's one of those things that you have to get used to. This you don't. You just get in the car and drive it. It's as close to an analog driving experience as you're going to get.
Tony, how many days can I extend this test drive to?
You know, let's chat after the segment. I think I've got something for you.
Yeah, sure you do. This is a really big treat, Tony. Thanks a lot for bringing us out here. If people want to learn more about McLaren, they want to maybe stop in, they want to pick your brain a little bit about options, how can they get in touch with you?
So always you can go to ogaracoach.com. You can also come into our showroom in La Jolla, which is at 7440 La Jolla Boulevard. We're open 6 days a week. The only day we're closed is Sunday. Come in. We're all very knowledgeable in the cars. We're all happy to spend time talking to you. Whether you're there to buy a car, just learn things about them, or just look at them and take pictures.
And you guys have some good finance people too, I would imagine,
have
that can
phenomenal
make
finance
sure that you got it all taken care of. Okay, I just have the brake on. How do I put this thing in park?
Neutral.
Neutral.
And parking brake.
And then the parking brake, bring that up.
Yep.
And now we're
that's
good?
to go. Yep.
Okay, and then maybe one more time on the doors here.
So on the
Where's
door,
the,
you're just gonna, there's a handle
is there a
right
secret
here.
handle down there?
Right there.
Okay,
So
right
pull
there.
that, and then like you're flapping your wings.
Pull
Up
that
with your
up,
elbow.
and then up with that. As simple as that. Wow, what an experience that was.
Right?
That was awesome. Tony, thanks a lot, man.
You're
Really
more than welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank you for having us on.
All right, and thank you for joining us here on CBS 8 Plus.
Good.